Hey guys, Coach Justin here with your at-home workout of the day for Tuesday, January 13th. Our prep for today, we're going to start with 10 reps of a sumo hamstring squat, followed by 8 reps on each side of a bird dog, and finally 10 reps of a cat-cow. First, our sumo hamstring squat. You're going to start in a nice wide stance and then squat down until you can reach the outside edges of your toes. From here, what you're going to do is straighten out your knees and bring your hips all the way up to the sky. You're going to be stretching out through the posterior chain while you stay nice and low with those hands. If you can straighten out your knees while still maintaining contact with your fingers and your toes, awesome. If not, come off your feet until you can straighten those knees and then rebend them, grab back down, sink back down, and repeat. So we're going to go through that for 10 reps. Next, our bird dog. You're going to set yourself up in that tabletop position, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, find that neutral spine. Take a deep breath in, brace your core. You want to make sure that that remains stable the whole time. You're going to punch one foot forward, or one hand forward and one foot backwards. Get long, reach, reach, reach. Your spine remains relatively stiff, stable, neutral. Show some control. Come back down with those two. Switch sides, reach out, punch, kick. Come back down and repeat. So you don't want to be passive with this, just moving your arms and legs. You want to really outstretch those limbs to help get our posterior core active. Finally, our cat-cow. You're going to set yourself up in that same position, tabletop. I want you to arch your spine and look up. Don't strain too much, but look upwards. And then bring your chin to your chest, start rounding your spine. Tuck your hips underneath you, and then arch your spine. Look up, round your spine, and you're going to go through that for 10 reps of the cat and cow. We're going to go through those 3 movements for 3 rounds, and that's your prep for today. All right, our strength for today, we've got 3 times 10-second hold of an isometric belt deadlift. We're going to go through that momentarily. And then we've got 10 reps of a slider hamstring curl, and finally 30-second bear plank hold. All right. So with the isometric belted deadlift, if you do have a barbell or heavy enough weights at home to perform a challenging enough deadlift variation, sumo, traditional, trap bar, whatever the case may be, you can feel free to do so anywhere from 5 to 8 reps for your 4 sets. Okay. We're going under the pretense that most people do not have equipment here. So what we're going to do is do an isometric deadlift with a belt. Here, you're going to grab your belt, make sure it's nice and sturdy, and stand on the belt here about hip width apart. Grab onto the ends of the belt, and then all else the same with regards to performing a deadlift. So you're going to bring your hips down, open up your chest, keep your spine nice and flat, and you're going to get a good grip on that belt, drive your feet through the ground, and try to stand up. Pull, pull, pull on that belt aggressively and hold for 10 seconds, and then relax. Okay, when you relax, come out of it briefly, stand yourself up, set yourself up again before you repeat. Okay, still try to make sure that you're maintaining that nice neutral spinal position. This should be more challenging than the heaviest deadlift that you ever do because you will not be able to stand it up. So we're just training isometrically loading that bottom position of the deadlift. 3 times 10 seconds. Next, we've got a slider hamstring curl. So either your towel on your hard surface floor or a baking sheet or pan on a carpeted floor, or you can grab one of these discs from the dollar store. What you're going to do is set yourself up on the ground on your back. Start with your knees bent and then bridge your hips up off the ground without arching your spine. From here, you're going to straighten out your knees. Okay, the straighter you go, the more challenging it's going to be to pull yourself back in. Keeping your hips up off the ground, keep that gap between the ground and your butt. Keep that core nice and tight and braced as you straighten out and pull in. All right, try to keep your hips up off the ground the whole time, your core braced the whole time. You're going to go in and out for 10 reps. All right, and finally our bear plank. Get into that tabletop position once again, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Find a neutral spine, neutral neck and chin. Dig your toes in. Deep breath in, brace through the core, lift your knees ever so slightly off the ground. Continue to breathe. while bracing up through the midsection. And you're gonna hold this for 30 seconds. If you wanna make this a little bit more challenging, what you can do is add a weight plate or some load, maybe a small child, on your back to support them while you're performing this hold. So we're gonna go through those 3 movements for 4 sets, and that's your strength for today. All right, our Metcon for today, we've got 7 rounds for time with a 15-minute time cap. So if you're not done in 15 minutes, the workout is done for you at that time, of 12 goblet squats followed by 9 V-ups followed by 12 step-up overs. So starting with our goblet squat, you're gonna hold your dumbbell here at your chest, traditional squat, feet shoulder width, they remain flat on the ground. Try to keep your chest upright and your feet flat as you sink your hips down nice and low, drive your feet through the ground to stand yourself all the way upright, squeeze your butt forward, straighten out your knees at the top before you go into your next rep. So try not to keep those hips bent the whole time. Sometimes I see this. Try to stand up fully each time. So 12 squats followed by 9 V-ups. So with the V-ups, you're gonna set yourself up on the ground and you're gonna fold yourself in half. So reach your hands way up overhead, point your toes away. You're gonna half sit up, half leg raise, fold yourself in half, and then repeat for 9 reps. Finally, we're gonna do 12 step-up overs. You can choose to use your dumbbell if you'd like or not. You're gonna hold your dumbbell, hold it however you like. You're gonna step up on top of the box, stand up tall. I stepped up with my right foot, step down with my right foot, turn around, do the left side. Left up, left down. Okay. If you don't have enough room because of your ceiling to stand up on top of your box, bench, or stool, then feel free to go 2 feet on top, 2 feet down, switch sides, left, left. All right. Every time you go over top of that box is gonna be 1 rep, and we're gonna do 12 total reps. 7 rounds of those 3 movements for time, and that's your Metcon for today.